Hello, welcome to Japan Journey Gourmet Traditions. My name is Kioni and I'm a traditional ingredients creator, dedicated to researching and preserving foods with over 1,000 years of history. I am also a farmer working to sustain these ancient ingredients. In this program, I will guide you through Japan's delicious foods, regional cuisines, and rich cultural traditions. Let's dive into the world of exquisite tastes and cultural wonders together. Now, let's start today's delicious journey. Today's topic, the meaning and origins of onigiri. In today's episode, I will share my thoughts on the meaning and origins of onigiri, divided into 6 key points. Onigiri, one of Japan's traditional dishes, is made by cooking rice and shaping it by hand. Each grain of rice, initially separate, transforms into a single unified entity through the power of the hands that mold it. Each grain of rice is like a point in a vast universe of stars, when brought together by human hands and pressed into shape. These scattered points are transformed into an ordered form, onigiri. Palms that mold onigiri act as a creative space. Here, countless factors such as pressure, moisture, and warmth come together to create a small universe. The process symbolizes the harmony and wholeness that lie at the heart of Japanese culture. Nigiri is not just a food, it is a reflection of Japan's perspective on nature, human relationships, and society itself. Its origins and history are deeply tied to prayers, gratitude, and a profound sense of connection between people. Even its shape and preparation embody the ideal of forming bonds, what Japanese people often refer to as en connections. Onigiri, also known as omusubi, is a cherished part of Japanese cuisine. Even today, it is a nostalgic and familiar comfort food enjoyed daily by many. Seemingly simple, onigiri's flavor is incredibly versatile, changing with the choice of fillings. However, balance is key. The flavors must not be too overpowering or too faint. To me, the harmony that Japanese people value so deeply is expressed in onigiri. Shape and flavor, often taken for granted, symbolize profound questions about existence and unity. What does it mean to exist and what does it mean to gather? Let's explore the meaning and origins of onigiri through 6 key points. 1. The power of musubi, connecting life and heart. One theory about the origin of the word omusubi traces it back to Kami Musubi no Kami, a deity from ancient Japanese mythology. This deity governs rice cultivation and is seen as a force that connects life and brings forth abundance. The term musubi means to create or to connect, and it also forms the root of words like son, musuko, and daughter, musume, which signify the continuation of life. The act of shaping rice into onigiri represents a symbolic creation of life and bonds by uniting the bounty of nature into a tangible form. This reflects Japan's deeply held values of living in harmony and coexistence with nature. 2. The importance of bonds between people. The essence of onigiri lies in the Japanese value of connection through bonds, rather than domination through power. An onigiri shaped by hand carries the warmth and feelings of the person who made it, forming an invisible connection with the one who eats it. Family and friends. A homemade onigiri is a way to express care and love. A mother's onigiri for her child often carries wishes for health and happiness. Communities. Onigiri is often shared among groups in Japan, symbolizing a culture of sharing and unity, where individuals naturally connect through communal bonds. The spirit of nigiri meshi and its protective power. The word onigiri is said to originate from nigiri meshi, rice balls. While the act of shaping rice seems simple, it embodies something greater. The word onigiri also sounds similar to oniwokiru, cutting demons. Onigiri was believed to have the power to ward off evil spirits. In Japanese folklore, onigiri often appears as a tool to repel demons. This belief demonstrates a preference for overcoming adversity not through brute force, but through wisdom and the power of unity. 4. The shape of onigiri and Japanese philosophy. The triangular shape of onigiri is said to resemble a mountain, a sacred entity in Japan, symbolizing offerings to the gods of the mountains. Rounded onigiri, on the other hand, represent harmony and peace, reflecting the values of coexistence and unity deeply embedded in Japanese culture. 5. Expanding connections through onigiri. From ancient times to the modern day, onigiri has played a role in expanding and deepening human connections. Regional specialties. Fillings made with local specialties highlight the unique character of each region, creating a connection between people and the land. Ritual support. In times of hardship, onigiri has served as a portable food that ensures everyone has something to eat, embodying the spirit of mutual support and cooperation. 6. Conclusion. The heart of connection in onigiri. Onigiri is more than just delicious. It embodies the spirit of connection and harmony that the Japanese have cherished for centuries. It symbolizes the ties between people and nature as well as the power of unity. A small handful of rice carries gratitude for nature, the resilience of life, and the bonds that link us all. Shaping and eating onigiri is not merely an everyday act, but a moment to experience Japan's cultural and spiritual heritage. Some of you may be curious about the folktale involving onigiri, which I mentioned earlier. Various regions in Japan have folktales connecting onigiri with the phrase oni wo kiru, cutting demons. Let me introduce one of the most well-known versions. An oni is a creature from Japanese mythology and traditional culture, often depicted as a powerful being with horns. The folktale of demon slaying and rice balls. Once upon a time, there was a village plagued by an oni that lived deep in the mountains. The oni frequently attacked the villagers and destroyed their fields, leaving the people frightened and unable to fight back. One day, a traveling samurai came to the village. Upon hearing the villagers' plight, the samurai declared, "I will defeat the oni for you." To prepare for the battle, the samurai asked the village women to make rice balls for him. These rice balls were filled with the villagers' gratitude and prayers. That night, the samurai ventured into the mountains and approached the oni's cave. A fierce battle ensued between the samurai and the oni. The creature's immense strength made it difficult to defeat. In the heat of the fight, the samurai remembered the rice balls he carried in his bag. He took one out and threw it at the oni. Strangely, when the rice ball struck the oni, its movement slowed and it began to weaken. Eventually, the samurai was able to strike with his sword and the oni was defeated. Peace was restored to the mountains. The villagers were grateful that the rice balls had helped weaken the oni. From that time on, they began to call rice balls oni wo kiru, cutting demons, and believed they held the power to ward off evil spirits. The cultural significance of the folktale. This folktale reflects the deep reverence Japanese people have historically held for rice and onigiri. In the context of Japan's rice cultivation culture, rice has been considered sacred and a divine gift. Shaping rice into onigiri was believed to enhance its power. The phrase oni wo kiru also reinforces the belief that rice balls possess protective qualities, capable of warding off evil spirits and misfortune. This belief has carried over into customs such as setsubun, where rituals to dispel evil spirits are performed. Another perspective. However, let me offer another interpretation. While the story describes throwing rice balls at the oni to weaken it, you could also view this as an act of sharing one's food. In this context, cutting the oni might symbolize overcoming one's inner demons, such as negative thoughts or selfishness, while striving for harmony through sharing and connection. This perspective aligns with the spirit of musubi connection, which is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture. It reminds us that onigiri is not just a food, but a symbol of balance, unity, and mutual support. Nigiri is not just food, it's a cultural symbol reflecting Japan's values of harmony, gratitude, and connection. Its shapes, methods, and meanings embody Japanese perspectives on nature, relationships, and life itself. Feeling inspired? Craving some onigiri? Try making and enjoying one. You'll find it's as delicious as it is meaningful. Thank you for listening to Japan Journey Gourmet Traditions. I hope you've enjoyed this exploration of Japan's flavors and traditions. Stay tuned for more discoveries in the next episode. See you soon.